Right, hello there. This is the first video that I've done for quite a while. It's probably about October, November the last time we had a video that we put up. Mainly because I just haven't got around to it. So, it's going to be a bit different to most of our videos because I'm not showing off pickups. It's more just going through what my challenges are for this year, which I'm about a month behind when you would normally put out a challenges for the year video. So I've got two different challenges going on this year. One of them is based around the fact that last year we added a huge amount to the collection, but there was very little curation. So the plan that I've got is to play more games while still adding to the collection. So I've come up with a list of 20 games, which I'm not going to share that list on here. And I'm only allowed to buy a game every time I complete a game. So for January, let's see, on January the 4th, I completed Day of the Tentacle again. And for doing that, I treated myself to... Which way does it need to go? Whee! Starwing for the SNES. I got a SNES for Christmas, and I still haven't got as far as rigging it up. But Starwing was one of the ones on my list. I am hoping to get it boxed at some point, but I was just very keen to get something because I was allowed to buy something. Let's see, then January the 5th, I got the Platinum for Spider-Man 2, which I was very happy with. I said I wasn't going to rush through it. I finished the story, and then within a couple of days, I got the Platinum, because I definitely wasn't rushing through it and wasn't trying to complete it quickly. So for doing that, I got myself... Sonic Spinball for the Mega Drive, which, if you know me and the Mega Drive, that's one of my favourite games ever, even though I am truly awful at it. I think I've got past the first level twice ever, but I love it. Absolutely love it. So, very pleased to get that in the collection. And I think now I've only got to get the Sonic compilation, and I've got every Sonic game for the Mega Drive. So, that's a nice big positive. Then on the 20th of January, I've just noticed something. I've noticed something very, very good here. 20th of January, I went out to the arcade in Norwich with a few people that I know through the Unofficial Controller podcast, and because it was unlimited credits, I completed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. So, for doing that, I treated myself to... I will learn how to do this at some point. International Superstar Soccer 64 for the N64. Complete in box. It's just a football game I remember having from when I was younger, and it's one that I'm sure hasn't aged at all well. But the fun thing with it as well is it's still got the original price label from when it was for sale in Virgin Games. Virgin was a great entertainment shop, which really, really is a shame that it doesn't exist anymore. But it was priced up at $64.99, which thankfully I didn't pay anywhere near that. But games have always been expensive. That's the only way to go about it. Let's see. Then on the 22nd of January, I completed Perky Little Things. If you've not played Perky Little Things, it's an X-rated hidden object game where you have to find various items, obviously, because it's a hidden object game, and then you have to use those items with different people within the scene to get even more X-rated content. Very childish, very funny. So I completed that on the 22nd of January, and for that I did treat myself to a very special one. Am I going to get the angles right straight away? No, I'm not. Sheep, Dog and Wolf for the original PlayStation. Now, this isn't one that I had when I was younger, but it's one that I wanted because I had the demo with the PlayStation magazine years ago, and I absolutely loved it, but never actually got around to buying the game. So that's one that I'm very much looking forward to playing. And I've just noticed on the 26th of January, I completed Slay the Princess, which, again, it's a very, very good point-and-click sort of game, where it's all about following the narrative and making your decisions based on it, and every decision you make impacts on the narrative. And the key instruction you're given right at the start is, you need to slay the princess, because otherwise she's going to be the cause of the end of the world. Very simple instruction, but then you start talking to her, and you start pondering whether that really is what's going to happen, and whether that's the right decision to be making, and it's just very, very good. I finished one playthrough of it. I think there's about 19 different endings, but I'm counting it as a game that I've completed. But I've noticed that I've not actually bought myself a game for doing it. So that's something for me to be looking for pretty much as soon as I finish doing this video. So that's challenge number 1 for the year, completing games before I'm allowed to buy myself retro games. Hannah has been continuing with her Wii U collection, and I'm sure she'll do a video at some point in the near future to update everyone as to where that is. But she has taken on a challenge for this coming year herself, which is to link the growth of her Wii U collection to her weight loss. So every time she loses a pound, I'm allowed to buy her a Wii U game of my choosing. So I've got a few down there that I've got loaded up, ready to give her when she loses weight. I think I've given her 5 or 6 so far. So the collection is growing. I think she might have hit number 99 quite recently. But I will leave that for her to do an update in the next week or so. But in the same vein of it, I have also started to get rewarded with a Mega Drive game when I lose a pound. So for me to lose weight, I've started doing a few different things. I do football with Man vs Fat, which it's like a male-orientated Slimming World. But once you've had your weigh in, rather than sitting down and being told how not to eat food, you go and play football with a team that you've got made up. But to allow for people who are maybe a lot heavier than me, you also score goals based on how well you do at weight loss. So yes, it's fantastic to win matches on the pitch, but you can also contribute to your team by being good at weight loss and good at doing challenges that are set throughout the week. So, as an example, this week when we played, my team is awful on the pitch. Absolutely awful. We lost 3-0 on the pitch, but we won 8-5 overall. So that gives us the win and puts us further up the league, because we're getting better when it comes to the off-the-field side of things. So that's one aspect of what I've been doing for weight loss. The other things I've started doing, I've started to do bulk meal prep, because normally if I'm in the mood to eat something, I'll be in the mood to eat it for 3 or 4 days. Pardon me. So every day I'm eating a meal that I'm preparing in advance. So I've done things like bolognese, sweet and sour pork, and last week I went for mince and mashed potato, which isn't the overly inspiring meal in the world, but it's proper comfort food for me and I love it. So I've started doing that to make sure I'm eating a sensible meal. And I've also bought myself a Ninja like blender cup thing, and I'm making myself different smoothies every day to get more fruit and veg into me and to try and limit what I'm eating. we decided to give my start weight as 13 stone 5 for me doing this. And after I agreed to that, I went up to 13 stone 9. So I've only been gaining games since I've been cutting down from 13 stone 5. And I'm getting Mega Drive games, which Hannah's been choosing for me. So, the first one that I got was Lemmings. No, I will learn how to do this at some point. Lemmings 2, The Tribes, which it's not one I've ever played before. I really enjoyed playing the original Lemmings on the Atari when I was younger, so that's going to be a good one to take a look at. And the other one that I've managed to get, because I'm down to 13 stone 3, is Super Kickoff, which it's not the most inspiring game in the world, but it's another one checked off the list, and I'm rapidly approaching hitting 100 with my Mega Drive collection. So that's exciting in itself, and hopefully I'll get some results in terms of my weight loss and improving the collection. Away from all of that, I've recently become the owner of a new gaming PC, so I should be able to do a bit more in the way of streaming this year, hopefully. But the key thing for me this year is, rather than just adding to the collection, I want to make sure I'm actually finishing games as well. The last couple of weeks I've been short of inspiration as to what to play, because, well, I'm just short of inspiration really. So if you've watched this far into the video, can you give me a recommendation of something to play in the next few weeks, so that I've got an update of some description to put into this video? Ideally something from the kind of PS3, Xbox 360 era, because I played a huge amount of FIFA around that time, so I missed out on a huge amount of quality games from that time period. So if you've got a favourite from then, just give me a comment and give me a recommendation, please. I think FIFA 14, I checked my stats on the other day, and I played 996 matches on that game, and I only played pro clubs. So that is a stupid amount of time that I spent playing a game that ultimately it's dead. I was playing EA Sports FC earlier this year, but I packed Ronaldo 9, which was really good, but then the game just became far too easy, and I started to hate playing it. So that got traded in yesterday, so that'll be some nice CEX credit to go towards buying more games later in the year once I've completed more. But that's pretty much it as far as an update is concerned. Hopefully this is the start of me doing a bit more regular stuff on here. But yeah, the crux of the update is I've got 2 challenges this year. One of them is reliant on me losing a bit of weight. I probably will put a link to Man v Fat for anyone who has the general gamer physique who wants to go in that direction. So I've got that, the weight loss one, and the completing games one, which hopefully someone will give me some suggestions for. Other than that, that's the update done. So if you've watched this far, thanks for watching. If not, you're not going to see it anyway. So goodbye.